The first week of May is recognized as National Correctional Officers and Employees Week, and whereas within the San Luis Obispo Sheriff's Office, correctional deputies provide important services to the citizens by maintaining the safety and security of the county jail. And whereas the custody staff of the San Luis Obispo County Sheriff's Office is composed of approximately 210 employees, which includes correctional captain, correctional lieutenants, correctional sergeants, senior correctional deputies supervising correctional technicians, legal clerks, food service supervisor, cooks, storekeepers, compliance officers, administrative service officers, program managers, and chief medical officer. Hopefully I didn't leave anybody out. Whereas few understand the difficulties and challenges these correctional professionals face every day, they are entrusted not only with the responsibility to keep our citizens and communities safe by maintaining the safety and security of the county jail, but to reform and rehabilitate individuals, some with dangerous and addictive behaviors. And whereas with the fundamental changes to California's correctional system, jail personnel have to implement different strategies to manage these new offenders. These duties carried out by these individuals have become increasingly complex and challenging. The number of inmates with substance abuse problems and/or medical and mental health issues compose a significant percentage of the average daily jail population. And whereas the correctional staff work closely with our contracted health services providers, justice partners, and community stakeholders for the diverse needs of the inmates both in custody and upon release. And whereas correctional deputies and custody staff work under demanding and often dangerous circumstances in a 24/7 environment. And whereas the contributions made by these professionals, while not highly visible, are significant and play a vital role in our criminal justice system. And whereas the staff has responded with conviction and solution-driven resourcefulness to the coronavirus pandemic, where congregate living environments require technological advances and remote access to mandatory services. Whereas the County of San Luis Obispo will recognize the valuable contributions and accomplishments of the Sheriff's Office custody staff for the important role they play in preserving public safety and maintaining a highly professional county jail. Now therefore be it resolved in order that the Board of Supervisors of the County of San Luis Obispo, State of California, does hereby recognize and appreciate the ongoing unsung public service the correctional deputies and custody staff provide to the residents of the County of San Luis Obispo. Congratulations. Sheriff?
Thank you, Ian Parkinson, Sheriff Coroner. I'm joined by Captain Stephanie Landgraf, who is command of the jail. I'm going to turn it over to her for just a few words, but I want to mention one thing. And Supervisor Pichon, you did not leave this out, but we should have included our partner in WellPath, who's our medical and mental health provider. As you recall, probably some 6 years ago, we went through significant change where we outsourced medical and mental health. Since that time, we've continued to change. Staff has changed with it. We've been nationally recognized for our program in the jail. We've been recognized by the state. But probably most important is, I think, state hospitals in California have recognized what is being done in the jail with the mentally ill, and that they are actually sending large counties to us to look at our program. So we really led the way in many ways, and that's even expanding more. And I wanted to include WellPath because even though they're not county employees, they are part of our operation. And you know, you've mentioned Dr. Stabinsky, who is our chief medical officer, who helps facilitate that connection between that provider and our jail. So I want to turn it over to Captain Landgraf to say a few words.
Good morning, supervisors. Thank you, Stephanie Landgraf, Captain for the Sheriff's Office. I would like to thank you for recognizing the 24/7 work that's done in the jail. It is a community within our community that is often very difficult to manage, as Supervisor Pashong clearly described. They are often unseen by the general public, and the work that we do day in and day out can't always be captured in statistics. So we take in a portion of the population that is challenged, and we hope to return them to the community better than we received them, and that is our goal every day. They exemplify professionalism, integrity, and strength in the face of difficult and often dangerous work environments. And I would like to thank them personally for the thankless job that they do every day. They play a vital role in our justice system and the connections with all of the various entities and stakeholders in the community. The jail is not a standalone environment any longer, and we are part of that system. So I appreciate your recognition today. And to echo what the sheriff mentioned about WellPath, it's also Nurses Week this week and Mental Health Professionals Week this coming Friday. So I would also like to give an acknowledgement for their partnership in carrying out the work that we do every day. Thank you.
Is there any additional public comment? And we'll bring it back to the board. Supervisor Ortiz-Legg.
Yes, it's an honor to recognize you today because we do know to some degree the kind of dedication and the deep efforts that you have in managing the work that's in front of you. And thank you. Thank you, and just the fact that you're continuing to evolve and you're continuing to just grow and do things that people are coming to learn from you. We're just very proud of each and every one of you, and thank you so much for your service to the county.
Supervisor Gibson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Still in my time in office, my experience getting to know exactly what it is correctional staff do is one of the great educational experiences of my life. Extraordinary, complicated, and fraught job that's conducted with not a lot of public awareness. The jail is out of sight of the public for the most part, and consequently largely out of mind. So it's my pleasure, as always, to salute you in this week of, or is it week or month of recognition? However much it deserves, it deserves 365 days a year to appreciate what you do. Thank you.
Supervisor Arnold?
Yeah, I just want to thank you all for coming down. It's always a pleasure to recognize you, and it's important, I think, for the public to hear too, because as you said, sometimes you're just working kind of off where people don't see what you do, but you are a vital part of the safety of the citizens of this county. So we appreciate you very much and hope you always know that. Thank you.
Supervisor Paulding.
You do a really difficult job that many wouldn't want to do. So thank you so much for your service.
And I think we said it in the resolution, the correctional deputies and custody staff work under demanding and often dangerous circumstances in a 24/7 environment. So thank you for doing that and being there for this community. Thank you.